No Time to Die for us award-winning movie reviewers. We didn't win for movie reviews.
Not quite.
Really just one of us.
Yeah, it's really just one. But
last award I won was in 2003 for being prom king.
You were prom king?
I was too.
Wait, you were too? You were...
It's like a pity thing, apparently.
Time out. Were you guys like She's All Thatted? Like, and that's how you became prom
That's
king?
maybe. Yeah.
I mean, that was the cool movie when I was definitely a kid.
Gosh.
So
I thought you were going to say like Perfect Attendance, but that really is...
I
was not ready for that.
No,
Like,
it was.
you guys were both...
Yep.
Now I feel like I shouldn't
That's
even
funny.
be on this panel. Like, I'm not good enough to be in this group.
To be fair, it does not matter, and I don't think about it.
I think about it every single day. All right, well, that was the worst intro of all time. We top it every time. We watched the new James Bond movie, directed by Cary Joji Fukunaga, co-written with Phoebe Waller-Bridge, a couple other people, but it's James Bond. It's the new James Bond. He's emo. He's sad.
He's old. He's been old for like the last 4 movies, though.
It's basically a continuation from Spectre. James Bond and Madeline Swan, they're in love, and then something happens, and they break up, and then Rami Malek's playing the bad guy, Safin, and he wants to destroy the world because his life was destroyed when he was a child.
This movie, I love that it just totally... I've been waiting for this Bond movie since like Casino Royale, where it was like, hey, we're gonna... This isn't much... It's kind of a spoiler, but it's like nanobots, DNA, disease. I'm wiping out the planet. Like, this is the most high-stakes James Bond movie. And I'm just glad we're here. I'm glad that we've made it to this point, and now it's Craig's last one.
To spoil this movie would ruin the experience. Like, if anyone's watching this to be like, James Bond explained, you're not getting it. You're not getting a No Time to Die explained.
Actually, James Bond explained. Drinking, fighting. Used to be a misogynist.
Yep. Now he shakes hands with other women spies instead of like trying to sleep with them.
And the Daniel Craig James Bonds, you see progression from James Bond, what we knew James Bond to be, to what he is. He's grown and learned and has become a better man.
Or just less terrible as a human.
Obviously, they were like, we should probably tone some of this down when Craig started. But I do enjoy that, like, it stopped. In the last few, it's become, man, like, James Bond can't do this by himself. And just like all of us, life's hard and we need a little help.
The other spies are just as awesome as James Bond, especially Ana de Armas. Is that how you say her name? Ana de Armas. Ana de Armas is amazing in this movie.
Part.
Oh my god!
I mean, 100% written by like Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Yeah,
but, like,
And she's in there for
definitely.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's perfect, and it's a great like Knives Out reunion, and it's just fun. This movie, it's fun. It's long, but it's fun.
But then, like, the cast is great. He's really great at directing actors, but also he always gets a good cinematographer. I would say this is almost, personally, it's on par with Skyfall for me in terms of cinematography.
Yes.
I'm sure people can argue and be like, well, you can't beat Deakins.
I know, but honestly, like, I think Deakins didn't have as much to work with. Like, that Skyfall is so cold most of the time, and it's so, like, it's that, like, cold spy thriller, where it's like, they're in Cuba, and they're, like, on another island, and they're, it's, like, cold at times when it needs to be, and it's, like, super colorful.
Do you think that whenever Omega, whoever the watch company was, heard the title, they're like, we really got to make sure they get that watch in there?
There's a lot of shots of.
Yeah, it's such honestly such a forced gadget, but okay.
Yeah.
But also one of my favorite puns in a James Bond movie.
Oh, yeah.
And we got like that, like this movie, probably to me like the funniest Bond.
Yeah.
And
but
a
not
lot
like,
of that has to do with
yes,
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
but also not like fun. It's like the way that he just, and I think this is Daniel Craig's always kind of been a little bit like this, but the way that he's like. Listen, I'm not gonna do anything. Like he's just like, I don't know, like he's so much. I think with like Logan Lucky and Knives Out, he's just like crafted this fun, like he's taken everything he's learned and like had this fun Bond that I'm like, I love this dude.
It's very influenced by John Wick and like Atomic Blonde. He's like, they were like, oh yeah, we need that one shot of him just murdering a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And they're like, check, I'll give you like 5 of those.
Yep. But before we rate, should we talk about Billie Eilish and the open? I know everyone talks about the openings.
You predicted it.
I predicted it. I wasn't a fan of the song at first, like when it first came out. But I think seeing it with the movie,
it fits.
It
I thought the
works.
same thing. I was like, this is dour.
I'd say the same thing about Sam Smith, like Sam Smith's song. I didn't like it at first, but then they really are made to like watch on a James Bond movie.
How many times a die out of 10 would you give this movie?
I give it a like maybe a couple minutes to die out of 10.
Just give me a number out of 10.
I don't know what's going on.
Just give me a number.
8.5. 8.5 out of 10. This is one of my favorite. It's only like probably top 3 James Bond movies, and I think it's
all of them.
Yes, and then out of like Casino,
like 50.
I know. Well, there's a lot of them, but there's the top 3 is Daniel Craig, but Casino and then like this one and Skyfall are like pretty.
I was saying that same thing.
Pretty even.
I'm probably not as high, but I'd go like 8 out of 10 times to die. The meaning's changed when we say that. No, it's I enjoyed it. You know, I think it's a great way to end Craig's like tenure, and I'm glad that it's good. You know, I'd hate for his last one to be just a dud.
I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 times to die. I've never been like the biggest James Bond fan, but it's amazing to watch. It's got major sad dad energy.
Oh my god! Like, do you think we go full on reboot? Like, we get rid of M, we get rid of Q, we get rid of Moneypenny, like we get rid of all of them?
There's no way.
Or do we continue the trend of keeping a few faces around?
I think you do what they did. The same thing is like, it's the same actor, but it's a new like version. So like, we need Paloma back.
Oh,
to only get 10 minutes of Ana de Armas.
If we don't get her back, I'll never watch a James Bond movie again.
I'm putting up a change.org petition.
Put her in the new
and
James
put me
Bond.
right on the top, Michael, because I'm signing it. That sad man.
Poor guy. Oh, almost.
Look at that. That was planned. Bye-bye.
I'm like, I don't know if you want to say it was planned. That's pretty bad.
Un esercito di prodi